As Donald is coming up, I just want to give you a kind of a review on Mr. Dowridge. Mr. Dowridge is known throughout the Tampa Bay community. He is one of the men in our community that really gets the job done. His care for people. He has been an enormous mentor. He's been an enormous friend to Tampa. So, Mr. Donald, as you come forward in your own way, I'm not even going to, well, I am going to say, what an amazing Frederick Douglass presentation. So, Town and Country, we'll have to have him come and do. I said I'm going to say it, but anyway, so Donald.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out. God bless. First of all, I want to give all grace and glory to my Savior, Jesus Christ. I want to thank Ms. Taylor for inviting me out. It is definitely a pleasure to be here this morning amongst all of you. Wow, where would I start at? Basically, we as a people, moving forth, every day that we have the opportunity to get out of our king-size luxury bed, understand that we are allowed to get out of that bed because we have a purpose. We have a reasoning for each day that we have to breathe. I just want to share with you that I have been blessed. Matter of fact, this coming November the 22nd will mark 23 years that I was able to retire from the United States Post Office here in Tampa as the first black manager of a department. At 39 years old. I want to share with you that on that Friday, November the 22nd, I went to my mailbox. There were 2 letters in that mailbox. 2 letters. How many letters? 2. When I pulled those letters out, one was from the Child Support Enforcement Office. I said, wow, what they want with me? I know I've been paying my child support, and the first thing I said, boy, I know she ain't trying to get more money out of me. So when I opened the envelope, it automatically unraveled and went to the ground. I'm holding it like this. So I went down to the ground and I got the last sheet. It said, Mr. Donald L. Dowridge Jr., you have satisfied successfully your child support. I pulled out the second letter. I looked at it. It was from the United States Post Office. I opened it up. It was a vanilla envelope. I opened it up. It was a certificate saying, Mr. Donald L. Dowridge Jr., you are officially retired from the United States Post Office. Right then, I'm giving you my heart. Right then, I stood for about an hour and a half crying like a little baby. I gave a testimony to myself. I said at that point, Lord, whatever you want me to do until you call me home, I will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me share with you. From that day till now, which is 23 years later, I don't question God when He gives me a mission. I hear people say in presentations, church, or what have you, they have a tendency to say, God told me to do this. And I said, me, God? Miss Taylor mentioned that I do Frederick Douglass. It was in February of 2009. I was married. I got out the bed and I went to the bathroom to get myself together. In that bathroom by myself, I heard 3 times, Frederick Douglass, Frederick Douglass, Frederick Douglass. And I looked around to see was my wife talking to me. There was nobody in there. I didn't question the fact. What I did do, after I got myself together, I went straight downtown to the Performing Arts Center. I reserved the Tico Center Theater. I only had 50 people in the audience. I didn't question God, I moved on God. I'm waiting on God. I'm not waiting on God. Because God is right there waiting on me. He's given me a mission. He's given each one of us a mission. It's up to us to stand tall, erect, and move forth to our mission that God has given us. What does it take to be able to move forth and do the mission that God has given you? Well, first of all, you got to have that thing called Jesus inside. That's the strength right there. That's uno. That's number one. Second of all, you got to have the gall. Everybody say gall. You have to have the gall. Why do you have to have the gall? Because there are people who are naysayers that's coming at you every day. They can't wait to put you on a what? Cross. And they can't wait to throw darts at you and tell you what you can't do. See, I come out of 5 different foster homes. I was talking to the officers earlier. I said it's a shame that they didn't have the protection that they have for children nowadays back when I was a child. I come through 5 different foster homes. I was abused in every way you can imagine. I was just about hung out of a 3rd floor window at the age of 9 or 7 years old. They were attempting to tie the sheets around my neck and hang me out the window. I can't imagine how many ways that I had to come through the storm, but God was preparing me and I didn't know. Even after my dad, my biological dad, God bless his soul, came and got me out the foster home and took me to the South Bronx, stabbed me up. I stepped out and became a gangbanger. I was in a place called Rikers Island at 13 years old. A man came to me when I was 16. He said, boy, don't you want to live to see 21? Man, I'll blow my own brains out. I don't care about no 21. Yeah, yeah. What you say? Jose? But the thing of it is, at going on 63, I didn't tell you if I was born on Thanksgiving Day. I'll be 63 this month on Thanksgiving Day. God had a reason for each one of you all on the day that you were born. Take a look from this point on, take a look at your birthday and why you were born on that particular day. You were born on that particular day to bring a blessing, not to yourself, because see, when you bring a blessing to somebody else, you are automatically blessed. Because you are doing with what Baby King. Now, how many of you all were here on April the 5th, 1968? Anybody know what happened on April the 4th, 1968? I can't forget because I was 11 years old and I got the worst beating on that day. That was the day that my show, The Mars Squad, was interrupted because they interrupted to announce Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated. I didn't know who that man was. I know they interrupted my show. On April the 4th, there was a reason. But if you look at the picture, you will see Miss Coretta Scott King, and you see that little girl that's laying on her lap, all right? That's the baby girl. They call her baby girl. I had the opportunity to have lunch with her. She told me this. She said, Don, the way to success with your life is to put you on a shelf and try to help as many people as you can, and God will bless you for the rest of your life. So when you understand and we understand, it's not about us personally. When I stepped away from the post office 23 years ago, not one time did I starve, not one time did I miss a meal, not one time did I miss a bill payment, because I wasn't worried about me as a person, but how can I help somebody else? September the 3rd, 1838. What year did I say? 1830, not 1938, 1838. That's when I got off my knees and I got on my feet and I made it north to New York to become a free man. And when I became that free man, sometime later, I had the opportunity to be the first black man to sit in that White House in the Oval Office with the one and only Abraham Lincoln. Mr. Lincoln asked me, what can I do for you, Mr. Frederick Douglass? I said, sir, what you can do for me, you can free my people. What you can do for me, you can let my black brothers fight in the Civil War. What you can do for me, you can let women have freedom as well. When Mr. Douglass got up, Mr. Lincoln got up and he looked at the window for about 5 minutes. And he turned back to me. See, one thing we don't know about history, when he was looking out the window, he was looking down the road to 1963. From 1862 to 1963. Anybody know what happened on August the 28th, 1963? I have a dream in Washington, D.C. on the mall. Not in the mall, but on the mall. And if Abraham Lincoln would have got his way, blacks in this country would not be free until 62 years ago, which was 1963. But I believe when I walked in that White House to talk to this president, who him and I, we became close friends, that freedom was on the horizon. Ladies and gentlemen, freedom is on your horizon. Just believe, just believe, just believe, just believe until the last day that the breath is out of you. And when the breath is out of you, it ain't your duty no more to believe, because somebody's going to take it and they're going to march on in your glory because of what you have done outside of yourself to help somebody else unselfishly. Somebody say, how good is God? How can a man who came here for 33 years get on the cross and say, take me, I die for the sin of mankind? But look what he's getting all these years later. He's still being glorified because he had the gall to go up on that cross and be massacred. But nobody knew on that third day. Everybody say the third day. How many third days have you seen in your life that, guess what, on that third day you just rolled over and went back to sleep? That's deep in it. So every day you get, bring your best to the table. Because there's a reasoning for your life. There's a reason for your breathing. There's a reason for your sight in your breathing. Anybody familiar with Stevie Wonder? Anybody, raise your hand if you're familiar. My Sherry, lucky little girl that I adore. How many of you all know Stevie Wonder can see? He can see better than we can. Especially when he got behind the wheel. This is a true story. He got behind the wheel of a car and started driving. If you ever get a chance to look at Stevie Wonder up close, he got a gash right here on the side of his head, right here, on the right side. That's when he drove that car into a tree. After he recovered, he said, I told you I could see. Stevie don't mind making fun of himself. But the glory be is inside you. As I come to an end, again, I want to thank you, Ms. Taylor, for this time.